You know, sometimes a believer might wonder, well, am I really literally a priest, or is that just figurative symbolism? Is that a metaphor? Am I really as much of a priest as, say, a Catholic priest or a Buddhist priest or somebody wearing a robe and a collar or swinging incense and chanting prayers? Am I, Joe Pewsitter, am I really just as much of a priest as that? Actually, if you know Jesus Christ as your Savior, you are infinitely more a priest than somebody pretending to be one in a religious costume. Think about this. I know I've said this before. Many of you have heard me say this before, but just think about this. How many of you have ever had some coworker or family member or neighbor approach you? And maybe it was somebody that even gave you a hard time in the past about your Christianity, your faith. Maybe they mocked you in the past. But now they've got a kid in jail, or they got a mother in an ICU room, or they got a spouse serving them papers. Now they're facing one of life's crises, and they come to you, the faithful Christian that they've given a hard time to in the past, and they say something like, hey, listen, I know I haven't always been real nice to you, but look, the doctors aren't giving my mom a whole lot of chance here, and well, I was just hoping maybe the next time you talk to the man upstairs, maybe you could put in a good word for me. What's he asking you to do for him? Pray for him. What is he asking you to be for him? He's asking you to be his priest, because he recognizes you have an inside track with God that he does not have. God would hear your prayers in a way that he would not hear his prayers. And he thinks that you can get things from God that he could not get. And you know what the really amazing thing about that is? He's absolutely right. The veil is taken away for you. You have immediate access to the throne room of God that even Aaron did not have. Look at verse number 25. He says, wherefore he is able also to save them to the uttermost that come unto God by him, seeing he ever liveth to make intercession for them. Notice that phrase, he is able. Do you know why Muhammad has never saved anybody? Because he's still rotting under that green dome in Medina, Saudi Arabia. Do you know why Buddha has never been able to save anybody? Because he's still in his bone box in Pingliang, China. Confucius has never been able to save anybody because he's still moldering away in Shandong province. Critics of Christianity sometimes complain that we think we're the only ones going to heaven. Well, if one of these other religions actually had a leader who had beat death, then we would be willing to listen, I think. But Muslims don't even claim that Muhammad ever rose from the dead. They don't even claim that Buddha ever rose from the dead. They don't even claim anything like that for Hindus or for Rastafarians or none of the other world's religions. They don't have a savior who actually beat death himself. That doesn't make those founders sound very much able also to save anybody else.